So, you're looking at the sky, and I'm not in the sky, but I am right here. And what I am trying to do now is actually, kind of follow up on the whole pond thing, but the reality is that it's been 3 months since I last did a pond update. Uh, yeah, I was told recently by someone that I need to do that so people realize, oh, hey, look, we got things going in the pond. It looks so much better. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I might as well let you know what's happened in the last 3 months. Swear it feels a lot longer than that, but it's apparently been 3 months and probably like 75 days. I don't know. Anyway, I also realized something else is that I'm wearing the same shirt that I wore the last time I did this 3 months ago, which is kind of creepy. Makes it look like I don't have clothes. In all reality, now that I think about it, I usually wear all about the same clothes all the time. I almost never get anything new. The wife did just get me some new church shirts, though. Anyway, that's not why we're here. You want to see a pond? Well, let's take a look at a pond. Bam! Look at that. There is a pond. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's just so special. Yeah, anyway, we actually have a waterfall. Look at this. Isn't that pretty? I suppose I should get up over here and let you actually see what we have. As you can tell, it is flowing, although it is not flowing to full power. I ran into some issues with my pump that I obtained. It was a 3,100 gallons per hour JPH, and as a result, it was not quite, didn't have enough power to feed this waterfall and over here this waterfall at the same time. It was barely a trickle coming out of the top one over here and sort of a little bit more coming out of that one, but that's not what I was going for. So we had an issue. So I ended up having to come over here and pinch off the pipework that's in here, the hose that feeds this one, just enough to make it so that that one up there actually has the flow that I was hoping for. It sort of worked, but then this one got pinched off and didn't have a lot of flow going and didn't really quite accomplish what I wanted to do, and still hasn't. So it's still pinched off. But being pinched off, making it not as flowy as I was hoping, it still works. It's more flow than it was because I kind of purchased another pump. That one is a 55 or 5,600 gallon per hour. I'm not sure. I don't fully remember the exact spec. I think it's 55. And it it does the job. It's really put out a lot more flow. But what's going to have to happen is I'm going to put both of my pumps in there because I still have the old pump. It was perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It just didn't have the power necessary to make it flow. The 5,500 gallon one, technically, I guess, really doesn't have the power to make it flow either, as much as I was wanting. Now remember, this one's still pinched off over here, and we have good, it's good flow. It's not bad. I've seen worse, but I want this to be more than that. That's like barely a trickle coming over that cascade that I wanted to do. See, I want it to cascade down this. Where's my finger? There's my finger. I want it to cascade down that, and I wanted to have some more flow coming down the sides here and maybe down the side. Oh, that's my finger. That, you don't want to look at my fingers. I'm just pointing to cascade it down the side there. It doesn't have enough flow for that. So what's going to happen is I am going to put the second pump, my first pump, the 3,100 gallon one, inside of the system as well. I'm going to hook it up, and I'm going to take the pipe or hose, which runs right up through here and kind of goes through there because it comes off of a T up in this area. Right here, it tees off coming from a PVC pipe. Now I want it to come directly from my intake pump area. Intake bay, barrel, not quite a bay. It's not really a skimmer. It's kind of a combo of the two. Anyway, I'm gonna have that, drill a new hole in there, put in new pipe work underneath, and then I'm gonna make it come all the way down through here and just connect. I'm gonna take what hose I do have here and, you know, bring it out, bring it this way, get some new hose, connect them up, do all that, get it connected, have to drill a new hole in the barrel. And then once that's done, I can put the second pump in there, and then we'll see what happens. It should, I hope, work. And if it does, it'll be a good thing. It'll be a good thing. Yay! Okay, sorry. Haven't had enough coffee today. But that is kind of what I'm looking forward to here. Pay no attention to all that right there, by the way. That's bad. We don't like that. I'm having issues on that side. Obviously, I'm nowhere near done. I still have like open spots. That's because I'm running into sourcing of big rocks like I have. I mean, I got big rocks, but I've already used them in certain spots that I needed to. And unfortunately, let me comment about the water. The water is not normally this cloudy. I've actually had it so clear you can see straight to the bottom and see all the fish and everything. Oh yeah, there's fish in there, by the way. Not that you can tell. At least I think there's fish in there. Since the last bout of really heavy rain, it's been like this. And I've had heavy rain before, and it didn't really cloud up like this. And if it did, it usually went away pretty quick. I didn't have to really worry about it. But then there was one particular bout, extremely heavy and unending rain that came through, and bam, this is what it looks like. It's just so horrible, I swear. But yeah, we're gonna have to see how that works. I need to actually get filter pads to put inside of the barrel, and hopefully that will help take up some of the sediment that's floating through the water. I might get a flocculant. It's just so much fun to say flocculant. Oh, flocculant you. And, you know, it'll be possibly better, but that's an expense that I really don't want to have to deal with, because flocculant is expensive. But, you know. Anyway, this is what it looks like. Obviously, I have plants. I didn't have anything in here when I did my last update. I have a water lily, which I need to get in there and actually trim up some of those dead leaves. I've got an aerator or two. See, that one's a little more bubbly than this one. This one's smaller. Actually, I prefer that because the smaller the bubbles, the better the actual oxygen uptake into the water. Same thing as in an aquarium. An aquarium, you want to have the smaller bubbles, have you know, greater surface area, which allows them to actually do the oxygen transfer from the bubble to the water directly more efficiently. So that's what you want. But at the same time, because it's really hot right now, and we're like 90 plus degrees, we're actually 100 plus degrees last couple of weeks here, the aerators are extremely important for trying to help keep the pond itself cooler, trying to get it to turn over so you don't have any stagnant water at the bottom of the pond as opposed to the top. You'll start getting stratification of water layers and all that crap, and it's not good for the fish. And seeing as how most of my fish seems to be staying at the bottom where it is cooler, I don't want them dying of, you know, suffocation because the oxygen is bad at the bottom. So we have two aerators right here, and that's a good thing. I have cattails. I don't know how long those are going to last, if they actually will last. They seem to be holding on pretty well so far, but they're just kind of ugly looking at the moment. Everything's ugly looking, let's admit it. It's not pretty. It's kind of like, what the hell have you done? kind of redneck the hell out of it. But, you know, rednecks have feelings too, and they like pretty stuff, sort of, kind of. I mean, it's hence me having a cinder block. I just don't have a car to put on top of it. But I'm doing my own version of rednecking it. See, there's the second pump, or should I say the first pump, whatever. It's semantics, doesn't matter. No. And you can see my lovely little mud daubers, maybe, if you can. I have no idea. But they love it over here. So part of the problem on this side, right here, is, one, I have a hole in the liner, but this area of Oklahoma has a butt-ton of really clay soil. And the irony is, you know, if you remember from the last video, but over here, all up there, there was water trapped underneath the liner. That's because there's so much clay in the soil that it goes nowhere. And over here, I have the same problem. I have that hole. There is a hole in the liner, but it doesn't go anywhere. It just goes under the liner. And that's why I have this big old bubble right here. That's like a combination of water and soil I had tried to put in there to try to, you know, close it off. I have to kind of fill in this area here with more soil. So I'm going to have to do that. I've been trying to do that slowly over a period of time. And by doing that, I'm going to build it up. Then I can take the liner, bring it over. What's causing an issue is when it rains as heavy as it has been, it will flow over the side, overflow the bank, and then the sediment, the extremely fine sediment that's over here, backwashes into the pond, creating this problem, the cloudiness. So, by taking care of that, building that up, and actually laying the liner out more efficiently, it'll be better, hopefully. We'll see what happens. But anyway, I have everything looking pretty nice, I think, comparatively speaking. And I'm going to shut up for a second so you can hear the water. Okay, so that's the prettiest out of the water. Now, I'd also like to point something out. See that? Dead stick there? Yeah, that was an impatient. In fact, it was a sun patient. A little more expensive. See that? That was an impatient. Chickens. Chickens are evil. I'm beginning to hate chickens. Chickens need to die and be in my belly. They have eaten my impatiens, which are kind of necessary part of the whole filtration system that I'm going here. The whole natural filtration, you know. This is all filtered by this and by that over there, with the plants growing out of it. It's a bog filter system. It's a barrel, you know, a bog in a barrel, or a barrel in a bog, however you want to call it. They're killing my plants. The only thing they haven't touched are the coleus I got over here. I just put in this mint, which I'm hoping will take over. I don't think they like mint because of its oils. Maybe they'll leave it alone. If they leave it alone, the mint will hopefully begin to spread. I can deal with that. It'll be great. And then, of course, I have the creeping Jenny right down here. Good stuff. I love creeping Jenny. Actually, everybody who has anything to do with natural ponds like this, go for creeping Jenny. But anyway, there's the pond. If anybody have questions, just go ahead and put them in the comments and all that jazz. You know what they say. I would say like, comment, and subscribe, but I don't think anybody's actually watched anything on my channel, and oh, let's see here, 3 months. Wouldn't be surprised. But anyway, I would like to, let me say, I hope you like it. I'm not sure if you do, but it is what it is. And try to actually look back at it again, and if it looks better, I'll let you all know. Okay. Thank you much. You just have yourselves a wonderful day. Goodbye.